Yeah, it's the first time that I'm doing so much extensive action work. I've done some of it in the past, and it's always fun. And it's exciting, but on this level, this intense, the fight scenes are not these small, short fight scenes. They go on for a while, and also being able to work on a story like she said that is so amazing, and being able to be a character with so many different layers in it. And I think that's the most amazing thing about OTT is we're able to really get into the character, and we know what their past is. We know what happened in their childhood. We know what's happening in their world now, and all those different layers make up for such a compelling story.
Okay.
थोड़ा स्टेबल आगे ले लूँ चलेगा साउंड कम
We'll be loud.
Good? Okay. So as you said, it's an action web series. So काफी सारा action होगा, practices भी इतनी की होंगी, तो वो सब बारे में हमें बताइए.
बहुत कुछ है उस बारे में बताने को.
We did a lot of different work. I remember when we would be on set, Action Master would come. One fighter would be with you. One fighter would be with me, teaching us all the different moving parts of this entire scene.
Yeah.
You get, like I said, they were very intricate, detailed fight scenes.
But-
Mukka maar ke we didn't just leave.
Intricate
We just
details.
kept.
I like
fighting.
the choice of words. It was actually.
Yes. So in that way, I think it just comes down to we had to just really focus and be good listeners and figure out how to get from point A to point B without hurting each other or hurting one of the other fighters.
Or falling.
Yeah, or falling. Yeah.
Yeah. I kept falling a lot. I kept falling a lot in the beginning because there was like pani puri and laddus on the floor. Not that we were eating them, but that was part of the sequence. They're just there. So uska sara ghee, tel, sab kuch zameen pe tha, and let alone fighting. I could not even run there. So I kept like running like this, like a little duck, and then I would fall. So all those were like a lot of little challenges.
Okay, how many incidents did it happen on set?
How many what?
Accidents, incidents,
Acha,
whatever.
I don't think accidents really. I mean, kabhi kabhi lagta tha, but I mean, I think when you're shooting action, you have to be prepared that hey, I'm gonna get some bumps and bruises, and I might accidentally hit somebody. They might accidentally hit me, and it's done not intentionally is the key word, because if somebody was actually hitting you, you'd get hurt.
Sunny's being very nice about it because she's being extremely nice and courteous about it. But the truth of the matter is that first day ही मैंने उसको बहुत जोर से मार दिया था. So she's being, no one was intentional and it happens. But the truth of the matter is that my first day, first shot, firstly Vikram just threw me into the thick of things on day one. Like day one से ही major action scene, okay, and I reached, and it was my second shot. Like first shot was an NG, but my second or third shot at the most, and I hit Sunny. Like she had to hit me with a plate, and she did it beautifully. And मैंने hard उसके चेहरे पे and I was wearing those thick boots, and I was like, oh my god. And we had just sort of gotten acquainted. So I was like, she's gonna scold me. She's gonna scold me.
No way.
And she was very sweet about it. In fact, she took me to a corner and gave me some tips and tricks because she had already shot by then. So this was the only major accident. I mean, thankfully nobody really got hurt because
I mean, I did hit some of those fighters pretty hard a couple
Good.
times. Because you know, क्या होता है is even if they're 1 inch off or I'm 1 inch off, ऐसे fuck के मारती थी, and they were like, you know, so good at their job, they didn't say anything, and then बाद में I was like, I'm so sorry. I know I hit you really hard because that was the instruction. You know, when you pull somebody and then you have to go underneath them and then you whack them. एक दो मैंने मार
But
दिया. I felt bad.
but bruises cuts though every day. Like my mom would be like, "Aaj kaun se bruises aaye?" Like little cuts, bruises, and my skin bruises very like a peach. So it would just go like blue, brown, and sometimes you don't even know. When you go home and you're taking a shower, you see all these marks on your body, and you know it's just there. So throughout Anamika, I had that. It was a constant tattoo on my body.
Okay,
Yeah.
bruises and cuts तो ठीक है, but it was even a fun moment, right? वो काफी मजा भी आया होगा ये सब चीजों करने में.
course.
So tell us about that.
Fun was in fact the whole primary thing of it. I think if we weren't having fun, it would not look so
It would
good.
be, I think it would be quite difficult.
It would be quite difficult as well, and it was, even though it was an action series and very serious and all of that, it was so well planned and well executed. It was of course a well planned show, but also well planned shoot. Like we knew exactly what we were shooting today, so we would rehearse for it a lot. I never knew that you rehearse for action. You know, I thought that you just come in and boom, 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 and no, but it wasn't like that. We rehearsed every shot and how we're gonna roll, who's gonna hit when. So all that really helped. तो मज़ा तो आया ही, rehearsal में भी काफ़ी आया, and even दूसरे scenes में बहुत आया, and it was fun
It was a lot of fun.
and funny. She's
Yeah.
really funny. She's funny.
we had really had a great time shooting, and the best part is, you know, you have to somehow be in sync with each other, because if you're not, and you're not on the same, at least the mind frame of this is what needs to be done, you have to be in sync and have that respect and understand that we have to do this, we have to be serious when we need to be serious, but understand that something can happen, something might not happen, and, you know, just work through it and really watch each other.
She was having a blast. She would get like treadmills and cycles on the set and work out.
I did get a sign, my cycle was there.
Yeah, and even food. I think food is also a topic. I was at least very excited about my evening snack. I'm always excited about food. And then she would have these really interesting vegan, snacks that she would send me to the van, and I got to try some really interesting stuff. So yeah, that was exciting.
जब ये वेब सीरीज आपको ऑफर की गई, सो क्या कुछ फर्स्ट रिएक्शन था इस जॉनरा को लेकर? क्या कुछ आप सोचे, मतलब व्हाट वाज योर फर्स्ट रिएक्शन?
चलो पीटो, करो सीरीज और मारो.
ये जॉनरा कितना डिफिकल्ट लगा, या फिर किस तरह से इस जॉनरा को आपने देखा?
मुझे तो एक्शन हमेशा से करना था, and I was very excited, and I think one of the main reasons is because I got to do action. I was like, hell yeah, I want to do it. But I also thought that it's going to be very easy. I thought action तो मैं यूं कर लूँगी, but ऐसा था नहीं, because जब मैं सेट पे पहुँची, आज आपने सुना कि बहुत सारे चीज़ें हुई, हादसे हुए छोटे छोटे लेकिन हुए. So it took me action. For me, what was in my head and what is the reality was very different. So I've come out of this show learning a lot of how action is done, and I think now when I do action next, I will probably know how to get there faster. And very different. And jab aaya bhi, the fact that for me, two factors, that Vikram sir called me and he said that Sunny is doing this show, and the fact that Vikram's directing and she's doing it, I was like, yes, I want to do it. And no, it was really like that. And then, you know, I heard the log line, and I was like, wow, she's doing something so different, because she's also not done something like that. You know, so for me to be associated with a project where everything's new, you know, and she's also experimenting and trying her hand at something that, you know, the world needs to see that, hey, and she's brilliant at it. So for me, that was one of the reasons to kind of say yes. And the fact that I get to do action, and I get to do, and also it's actually my first web show, so yeah, I keep forgetting about that. And on the second watched digital platform in India after YouTube, so I was very excited for it, like my full-fledged web show. Yes, I was very excited.
My experience was, first of all, I was so surprised that Vikram sir wanted to meet. I didn't know the name of the project. I didn't know what the story was. Just that phone call in itself was exciting, because, you know, ये chance इतना मिलता नहीं है. So then for me, I was like, wow, this is going to be amazing. Whatever he has coming this way when we meet, it must be amazing. And then I heard the story, and he gave me a narration and told me about the character and the show. And it was easy to say yes, because like Sonali mentioned, this is something that I've not done before, or I haven't been a part of a project like this before, or gotten the chance to. So for me, it was like, all right, this is amazing. I get to be a part of something that might have some legs and do well because the story was so great. So I was really excited. The action was like a bonus because I do love action. It's the genre that I love watching in general, and so it was very easy to say yes.
एंड ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म अभी बहुत ही बड़ी हो गई है, किस तरह से उसे देखते हैं आप? How do you see it?
How do I see? I think that it's about time that India comes on the same platform as everybody else in the rest of the world. When you look at like, all these big movies and these big actors that we love when we see films from Hollywood, they're also making 3-4 other shows on an OTT platform. And it is high time that we also compete with the rest of the world. And some of the content that's been coming out of India is absolutely amazing. And it should have been done a long time ago.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, adding to that, absolutely, no, she's 100% right, and we are getting there. In fact, there's so many, right? Now there's that whole line of OTT actors, TV actors, film actors. It's all kind of blurring, right? It's all about good work now, and if you look at it this way, it's all about content. ऐसी काफ़ी सारी फिल्में हैं जो can work or cannot work, and same with OTT shows. That this doesn't mean कि OTT पे भी हर show चलेगा. जो सही content है, जो good content है, only that works. And I think it's generally speaking the age of good content and good writing. So it doesn't matter whether it's a film or as a viewer also, I'm very excited to consume the best content. Now it could be a film, it could be a show, doesn't matter, I'm going to consume it. And as an actor, of course, it's exciting times because more opportunities for us. And I always say that when you're not from the industry, you want more opportunities. And also I feel like OTT is a little bit more open to trying out non-stars or non-filmy people. So it's true. It means more opportunities for me. I have experienced it. I've seen it. So I think it's exciting. In fact, the other way can happen. I think someone who can make a mark on OTT as an actor, like somebody who's not from the industry and then can get picked up for a film. That is happening. So which is exciting, which is good.
Right. Okay. Talking about the other cast of the web series, Rahul Dev is a very great actor, even the Sameer sir. So उनके साथ आपका bond कैसा था? Like both of you.
I have worked with Rahul Dev in the past and loved working with him then. And every time I see him, he's such a gentle soul, and he's someone who's just so soft-spoken, and he's so kind, and he's so nice, and we talk about lots of different things whenever we meet. It was the first time I met Sameer sir, and it was great working with him. Watching him work is very interesting, to say the least, because you talk to him, he talks about his family and his kid, and then we're chatting, and then all of a sudden, some of the the one-liners he gave in the trailer that people saw, that wasn't in the script, or it was, I don't know, but everything just came out so amazing. And he would talk about just adding in all these little things. It was great.
In fact, I didn't have too many scenes with Sameer sir, so that's why I'm like, oh really? I had like 1 or 2 days of work with him, and which was very nice. With Rahul, of course, I've also known him in the past, and he is very. What you said is so right. He's such a gentle soul, and I didn't expect that because I've never interacted so much, and he is so. His image and what he is, it just doesn't add. He looks like this really loud, strong, aggressive person, but actually he's so gentle. And it was really nice. It was amazing. He's a coffee lover, and he has this amazing coffee machine in his van, and he sent me some good coffee. I must be sounding like a bookie. Like Sunny sends me food, Rahul sends me coffee, as if like that's all I would do on set, eat food from everybody. No, but I would carry my own books.
Okay, talking about your character, Sonali, what is your character about? मतलब दिखाई तो दे रहा है कि आप सभी को follow up कर रहे हैं, पीछे उनको ढूंढ रहे हैं, लेकिन exactly है क्या?
So I play Ria, who is an assassin, and yes, मैं Sunny को follow कर रही हूँ, और it's a lot of chasing for me till I catch her because she's a super sharp mind. Anamika, Agent M, is like the best agent the age they had. You know, with me, always I get stuck because I sometimes think, what am I going to give out? I'm really known to make bloopers, so okay, fine.
I did that yesterday.
Yeah, कि क्या बोलना है क्या नहीं है, ट्रेलर में क्या था, and this one, especially this one, because there's so much happening in this show and the slightest of detail, you know, because it's a thriller, I don't want to give that up. So Ria is extremely, of course, a very strong girl, and you know, she's very quick and agile and all of that. But she's also extremely focused and a calm and a centered girl. Like, she knows how to get there, and she knows what she needs to do to catch her, how to break her, how to do what with her. So she's
Manipulate my character.
yeah. But then they also bond. So there's a lot of layers. Like, constantly, Ria from the beginning of the show to the end point is not the same Ria. So there's a lot of layers that open up. So for me, that was very exciting. I tried to put in as many layers like an onion peel, या peel करते जाओ और end में कुछ अलग ही Ria है. So it's like that. And I think the way Vikram has written the character is also, it's a very well written character. It didn't need much work, yet he was there, kind of, you know, breathing life into it with me, and it's nice. Ria is something very different, and very different from me, and very different from the kind of work that I've done before. Anamika, आपके तो बड़े सारे नाम हैं.
Anamika. Yeah. Anamika, again, we are from the same agency, except I have.
So we could say that. I'm like, so we could say that because I stopped that time. Right?
Oh, okay.
I'm like
well,
there.
I don't know. I just said it. We are from the same agency, and yeah, she is following me and following up with why certain things had happened. And I am an agent who has gone rogue, but she's lost her memory. So because she's lost her memory, she doesn't remember any of the things that anyone is talking about. And maybe some things come back in bits and pieces, but she has to literally figure it out as she goes, as each hour passes or each minute passes or each day passes, and figuring out why things happened the way that they did, and also seeking revenge for a very bad thing that happened to her.
Okay, last but not the least, what would you like to forward to our audience? And Women's Day भी आ रहा है, तो उसके बारे में भी हमें बताइए.
Forward to the audience, watch Anamika on March 10th on MXPLAYER. And for Women's Day, I think it is our choice how we want to live our lives, and our own choices that dictate each of our days. And I think that if we make small changes to be the best you, then you are going to be the best woman.
Okay, so Nalina?
I'm just going to combine the two and say, if you want to see two women fighting each other, watch Anamika on the 10th of March. Otherwise, we'll hit you.
Yeah.
We will. We
Maar
know it.
padegi.
Thank you so much, ma'am.